1.14.4 has just been released for our Minecraft pleasures. So what is all of the new things in this .4 release? So here we are inside of Minecraft 1.14.4. First off, I found this crazy village. Look, this house doesn't even have a ground, and it has like all these different tiers of stuff. It's just insane. It's just absolutely crazy. And there's also this poor villager. Oh, this is bad. Here, let me save them. Stop beating him up, meanie. Okay, so there are lots of changes to villagers. Obviously, the village and pillage update, so we are definitely going to have some villager changes here. This guy doesn't have a profession. Let me give him one. Become a fisherman. Okay, so we have a villager here, and one of the big differences is that now villagers will actually trade an awful lot more than they had before. So we can actually get a lot more trades for paper. Let me just get a ton of paper here. And just keep doing this trade. So we can trade a lot more times in this version before it gets locked out. In fact, I remember in the previous version, basically the moment that they got to novice, that would lock out that trade. So now he should, there we go. He grew up or whatever. He leveled up to an apprentice. Now, something that is also interesting is that now villagers will restock basically at any point in the day. So he knows that he needs to restock. So the villager may actually restock very, very soon because it's not set to a specific time. And I want to kind of just make sure he's not accidentally stuck on that block there. So he can restock at any moment when he realizes that his stock is low. In fact, did you do it? Yeah, he did it. He did it. There he goes. He restocked. Before, you needed to wait for a specific time to happen, like the sun needed to be in a specific zone in the sky for that to happen. But there is still some things that are true, that were true in the old version, which is they can only restock twice a day, and there is still a 2-minute cooldown on their restocking ability. So you're not getting unlimited restocks all the time now. You still, like, now that he's restocked, I still need to wait 2 minutes, and he's only going to do that twice during the entire day. But like with this specific trade, I was able to get 12 trades, 12 bookshelves of 3 out of that, which is pretty awesome. Another new thing is that if you have the game rule to stop your daylight cycle, so do daylight cycle false, the villagers will now still use elapsed time to do all their cooldowns and everything, where before it was really based off of the daylight time. Now it's based just off of the generic server time. So even if the sun has stopped in the sky, the villagers will still go about their business. In 1.14.3, if you went through the process to convert a zombie villager back to a villager, they would remember that goodwill and they would give you the best trades ever. That is still true, but with a massive caveat that the villager will only remember that goodwill to the player that did it for them. And that is it. So it used to be that you could get these awesome villagers with amazing trades for an entire server. Now that is only true to the player who converted the zombie villager back into a villager. Now, the villagers do gossip amongst themselves, so they'll like tell news of the happenings in the world, and converting a villager is one of those bits of gossip. So if that villager goes and tells other villagers, you will get a nice reduction in prices, but that is temporary. That will not last forever. So this is that zombie villager, and if you look at the trades, they are heavily, heavily, heavily reduced. Like this one, which is only a single emerald for that book there. And come back here. I need, we switch that book out? The Riptide. Ooh, exciting. No, don't do Riptide. There you go. A single emerald with a book equals a silk touch book. That's a pretty good trade if you ask me. And that is because you converted him from a zombie villager. Next, a suspicious stew made with poppy in 1.14.3 would give you speed. But now in 1.14.4, it will instead give you night vision. So I have night vision instead of speed. There are a whole bunch of bug fixes and just general optimizations. So I'm just going to go through a small list of those. Farmer villagers would kind of bug out when farming crops. They may also give away all their food when they actually needed it. They may not pick up items on the ground. All that's been fixed. Mending on bows could sometimes mess up things. So if you had mending and you got some experience, and then it would basically reset the state of the bow sometimes, especially on crossbows, it may unload the crossbow, which is annoying. If you have the option to not do pillager raids on the server, then you will no longer get a bad omen effect when you kill the pillager leader. Silverfish spawners apparently just didn't work in 1.14.3, so now they work again. Villagers, if their block got like moved or destroyed, would sometimes pop their inventory up, which was like super duper annoying, that you couldn't actually trade with them because it would immediately go away, sort of like this. I'm recreating it by hand. If you were digging straight down, especially in a laggy situation, which was happening all the time on my server, it would bump you off. So basically the block would appear again and your player would kind of like be pushed as you're heading down. Super terrifying if you have a very large pillar that you're destroying. And possibly one of my favorite bugs ever. I've actually gone back to 1.14.3 to show this to you. So this guy right here, I named him Foxy, but he's my friendly fox. So I have mated two foxes together, and their offspring is one that is tamed to me. They're not quite as tame as a wolf, but they won't run away from me if I'm right near him. But in a weird, I don't know, this almost feels like an AI bug, but the fox should protect me from anything that tries to harm me, but that also includes myself. So if I attack myself, Foxy will attack me. Look, he's mad. He's mad at me for attacking me. Ooh, I hurt myself. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? You gonna bite me? And just so we're clear, the fox that has been removed. The fox will not try to attack you if you attack yourself anymore. Sadly to say. But that is everything in 1.14.4. I will admit, maybe not quite everything, because there's a lot of bug fixes that I just haven't got enough time. I'm like, it's just like, what do we really want to know about all the little itty bitty things? No, we want to know the big things. So that is all of the big things for 1.14.4. You can download it now and play it in your launcher. So please go ahead and do that. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a like. Also, make sure you subscribe for future tips, tricks, tutorials, and spotlights here on OMG Craft. And we'll see you next time on OMG Craft. Bye!